Ghosts in the 40K universe exist within almost every native-born race of the Milky Way galaxy. This is because although the appearance and abilities of these ghosts can vary, the source of their power comes from their connection to the Immaterium, a bond that almost every sentient being in the galaxy possesses. It is the psychically active beings in real space that create and feed these warp entities, and most of the time their manifestation is completely unintentional. The Legion of the Damned is one of the most popular concepts of Loyalist warp apparitions. These ghostly Space Marine battle brothers appear suddenly on the battlefield, covered in flames, and violently bring retribution to the Imperium's enemies, and then they simply vanish. And while this mysterious band of ghostly Space Marines require a video all on their own, there have been other reports of Space Marine ghosts appearing on battlefields and protecting the warriors of the Imperium. Within the ranks of the Grey Knights chapter, there is a story of astral specters protecting one of the chapter's greatest warriors. And with that said, I want to welcome you guys back to another 40 Facts about the 40K universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and today we're going to be talking about the astral specters protecting the Grandmaster Vorth Mordrak. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K lore videos every single day. If you guys have any suggestions for topics, please let me know what they are in the comment section below. Also, if you have any questions about the 40K universe, ask away. And if you guys enjoy our content, thank our patrons on Patreon. It is because of them that we can do this. Link in the description if you guys want to support us. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the Grey Knight ghosts. Sometime late in the 41st millennium, a renegade chapter of Chaos Space Marines known as the Company of Shadows invaded the Imperial Fortress world of Morton. The renegade Astartes intended to perform a great chaotic ritual that would submerge Morton into the ether of the warp, transforming it into a demon world where their Dark Master would extend his influence. These vile plans were halted by the intervention of the Grey Knight Strike Force led by Grand Master Vorth Mordrak and the Inquisitor Krasin. The Company of Shadows and their zombified thralls were swiftly defeated, and the surviving Chaos Space Marines retreated into the warp, back to their night-shrouded homeworld to lick their wounds. However, the victory had scarcely been gained by the Grey Knights when a fleet of Red Corsairs, led by the infamous Chaos Lord Huron Blackheart, arrived in orbit. Thinking the planet still under the control of the Company of Shadows, who Blackheart considered rivals in need of extermination, the pirate warlord ordered the fusion bombing of Morton. Caught unprepared from the savage attack, the Grey Knights on the world were all but exterminated, leaving Grandmaster Mordrak as the sole survivor. The guilt of survival gnawed at him daily. The visions of his fallen comrades haunted his sleep, and their voices constantly filled his waking hours. Mordrak submitted himself to the rituals of purity, fearful that he had somehow been corrupted, but he was judged to be clean of any chaotic taint. But these manifestations continued to plague him to the point of insanity. Mordrak was unable to find either the cause of his suffering nor relief from it. The mystery deepened upon the world of Ralendream, where the Grand Master was separated from his strike force by a teleporter malfunction. Mordrak was left crippled and stranded alone upon the mist-covered plains that swarmed with demons. Eventually, his weapon slipped out of his grasp, and oblivion seemed so close to this doomed Grey Knight. But then a miracle occurred. Terminators appeared out of the mist and encircled the unconscious Grand Master. Mordrak was found an hour later, surrounded by scores upon scores of slain demons. For a while, the Grand Master's deliverance remained completely unexplained, as well as the identity of his mysterious savers. The mystery of Mordrak's enigmatic survival persisted for some months, until the Grand Master took to the field on the blood plains of Belos III. This time there was multiple witnesses. The mysterious warriors appeared in all 5 major battles, always fighting in close proximity to the Grand Master. Mordrak caught clear sights of his allies, seeing plainly the apparition's heraldry. It was the same blazon borne by his Grey Knights, slain upon the world of Morton. Given form and voice by Mordrak's own psychic might, the souls of Morton's fallen brothers had become bound to Mordrak at the moment of their death. Thus the cause of Mordrak's visions were finally explained. Though a powerful force, they were also unwelcomed. They continued to whisper of betrayal and vengeance. Mordrak concluded that there was only one individual responsible for the death of his fellows, the infamous Chaos Lord Huron Blackheart, whose Red Corsairs had destroyed Morton. Gathering a force of battle brothers, the Grand Master departed Titan in order to finally lay to rest his brothers by killing Blackheart. This is no small task, as Huron Blackheart is one of the galaxy's most powerful chaotic warlords, whose fleets and armies in the Maelstrom are said to rival those of the traitor legions. Mordrak came close to achieving his vengeance on one occasion, but was cheated by the artificer of Huron. The formidable quest is further hindered by his oath to continue to carry out the chapter's greatest missions, forcing the Grandmaster to set aside his own quest for vengeance. In order to free this lane, vengeance must be won, but Mordrak and his ghostly bodyguards continue to hold true to the Grey Knight's sworn cause. These apparitions that protect Grandmaster Mordrak are a perfect example of warp entities known as astral specters, sometimes referred to as warp ghosts. It is the raw psychic energy of the Grey Knight battle brothers that died on the planet of Morton that gave birth to these ghosts. You see, astral specters are formed when the energies of a powerful psyker coalesce with the very fabric of the warp itself, and that congealed psychic energy is given sentience upon the death of the psyker. As the ritual to transform the planet into the demon world was being stopped by the Grey Knights, the veil between the immaterium and real space must have been thinned down to the point where the Terminator's raw psychic powers had some opportunity to blend together, and when Blackheart killed the Grey Knights by bombing the entire planet, the Grey Knights' astral specters were created. For the most part, astral specters take on the form of beings that they came from, but are often corrupted and horrific mockeries of their former selves. Their semi-translucent form is enough to unnerve all sentient creatures, and while the ghosts that protect Mordrak are transparent, they don't appear to have corruptive elements in their heraldry, which makes them strangely unique. Most warp ghosts also latch onto a psychically powerful location or person that they use as a form of portal to enter the material world. Then they feast on the soul essence of the sentient beings around them. They require a source of psychic energy in order to replenish the energies from which they were born. In the case of Mordrak, his specters have bonded with him and siphon off not only his psychic energies, but also those of his enemies. In this way, the astral specters have formed a symbiotic relationship with Mordrak, where it is in their best interest to protect him, and they use him as a way to enter the material world. In this way, the astral specters form some type of symbiotic relationship with Mordrak, where it is in their best interest to protect him as he provides demons to feed the specters. They guard Mordrak by wielding a variety of psychic powers, allowing them to destroy demons and material beings with equal strength. And it's important to note that although these warp ghosts are those of his battle brothers, meaning that they seem to share their memories and appearances, they are still malicious entities, and they revel in causing pain and misery, which is why Mordrak is haunted by terrible dreams of guilt caused by these ghosts. To make matters worse, it doesn't seem like either party benefits from these dreams. It's just the specter's natural tendency to terrorize their host. What makes these astral specters so strange is that they don't appear to be physically corrupting Mordrak. Most ghosts will unleash their psychic powers on their host in order to fully possess their bodies, but Mordrak's specters are simply not doing so. Whether this is because Mordrak is incorruptible, being a Grey Knight, or the specters truly just want revenge, it's completely unclear. Either way, many within the Inquisition are paying close attention to Mordrak and his other dimensional bodyguards. And those were 40 facts on the astral specters of the Grey Knights, or the Grey Knight ghosts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you see the difference between these guys and the Legion of the Damned. The Legion of the Damned I don't think are astral specters. If anything, the lore kind of points to them being regular space marines who were kind of corrupted by like a ghostly virus, which turned them into the Legion of the Damned. But I will be talking about the Legion of the Damned in the near future, so subscribe to the channel. I'm going to redo that whole video. I have more information to add, but this lore is really interesting. I wish there was a tabletop element to it. Like it would be awesome if like any psyker in any Space Marine Legion or Space Marine chapter could have that, and then there could be like a stratagem, so you spend command points to use a stratagem, and now you give that chapter or give that unit warp ghosts that protect them or something cool like that, or maybe like a librarian that died in the past and now that librarian protects that unit or protects that character. That would be really badass. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have other suggestions or other questions, ask away in the comment section below. Do me a huge favor and hit the like button, because that does stuff in the YouTube algorithms. And yeah, I appreciate you guys listening. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. This was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate signing out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.